back to the Gas Paddle channel, guys, with GoGun USA. Today we're going to talk about clocking a comp to increase your rapid fire accuracy. And why would you want to clock a comp? Well, the answer is the second. And the answer is most people don't. However, if you want to get the maximum performance and best rapid fire accuracy, you probably will. So this video is for the guys who want to get maximum rapid performance. There's plenty of great YouTubes out there for your first time installation of a comp. Go see them. What this video is about is for reinstallation to optimize your performance. Okay, before we get started, let's make sure our rifle is clear. Every gun is always loaded. So I want you to see that the magazine well is empty, bolt is open, and chamber is empty, because I am going to be pointing this gun at you. Now, for the guys that want to really optimize their performance, the first thing they're going to have to do is really pay attention to that dot or crosshairs when you're shooting to see exactly what kind of motion it gets, or whether it's straight up and down or whether it comes to the side. Even the best comps will move a little bit. Now, most rifles will pull one way or another depending upon a lot of factors, the shooters, the grip, what have you. Even the rifle will twist itself, and most rifles will go to the shooter's right. We're going to show you some shop secrets to accuracy and some shooting in just a minute. First, let me tell you what we're talking about. I'm going to point the gun towards you. Let's assume that your clock is 12 o'clock like this. Now, I've already observed this gun, and I know that it just wants to move to the right. Now, actually, it's just a very slight amount. So this clock was at 12 o'clock before, and I want to now adjust it to 1 o'clock from the shooter's position, or it would be 11 o'clock from the camera position, but we usually talk about from the shooter's view. So we're shooting for 1 o'clock. The SuperComp brake, like all good brakes, are directional. What I mean by that is they have a bias towards them. Now, most brakes have a bias so that most of the gas goes up to counteract this kind of stuff with flip, but you also need to counteract for this and this. So SuperComp brake, 2 ports on the top, no ports on the bottom, and there's a couple reasons for that. One is so you don't kick up a dust signature when you're prone. Second reason is it helps us to tune the comp and clock it. One of the beauties of the SuperComp brake is that it will return your point of aim to 0 rapidly, whether you clock it or not. But the faster it goes and the least amount of movement, that will determine how fast you can make a rapid fire tight group. We've explained the why. Now let's show you the how, including our little accuracy secrets. Let's go to the backyard shop. Okay, here's the setup that we're using. Now again, I stress this is for reinstallation because the first time you're probably going to have to use a barrel vise. But I know that this goes on at 12 o'clock, so I'm just going to take it off using a rifle rest, which is a lot easier. Like I say, you won't be able to get enough torque the first time. What I'm going to use is an ordinary crescent wrench. I got this at Home Depot. And one of the things I love about the SuperComp, it's got really wide flat, so you can use an ordinary crescent wrench instead of a little tiny armorer's wrench where you don't really get much purchase. So we're going to just use an ordinary crescent wrench. Adjust it. Okay, we've got it adjusted, and so all I want to do is unscrew it, and it should come off pretty easy if it's been put on before. And then we just want to unscrew this. Okay, here's the secret we told you about. Let's inspect these threads. Here's the secret. Carefully look at the crown of the barrel. You'll see with this close-up that there's a carbon deposit about 2 to 3 o'clock. This is where the gas will leak slightly between the crown and the brake. You can't really avoid this, as there's never an absolutely perfect fit between the crown and the brake. At this stage, the carbon is on the outer diameter and won't affect accuracy, but eventually it'll build up to the inner orifice of crown itself and nudge the bullet as it exits the crown. Take your favorite instrument and carefully remove it without touching the inside of the bore. I like a flat file, but choose your instrument to get it clean before reinstallation. So we want to do an inspection, so let's take the crush washer off. And then let's take a brass brush and gently make sure there's no debris. After we've got it cleaned up here a little bit, we want to do a thorough inspection of the threads. And they look pretty good. Okay, now that we know we have nice clean threads, let's put our crush washer back on. We can use the same one if we know it's good. Narrow end goes towards the barrel, big end goes towards the brake. Okay, let's screw this back on very gently at the beginning. Certainly don't want to upset that carefully made crown, and then it should go right in there. Okay, I'm going to take a little pause here just to confirm the alignment. Here's 12 o'clock. Now I'm going to try and get this back to 1 o'clock. Now this is a mil-spec barrel, and this is a Stoner, which I know is a high quality barrel. Some of you guys think you've got a mil-spec barrel, but you don't. You maybe started out mil-spec, but by the time they coated it, it's tight. So our brake is exactly mil-spec, and you may need a little extra torque to finish this up. But like I said, this is a reinstallation. Okay, now I'm going to do it till it's finger tight, and we're at about 3 o'clock. Okay, now we're at about 3 o'clock, and I want to tighten this. Now, I don't have anything to protect the flats on this. If you really want to keep your rifle pretty, you're going to probably want to put some cardboard or cloth in there. But if this brake goes on and off so often, I don't really care. So what we're going to do is just tighten this thing up and stabilize till we get to just about 20 or 30 pounds of torque, hopefully, and about 1 o'clock position. And that should do it. Let's check it. Okay, we're just going to do an alignment check. It looks really good. It looks right about 1 o'clock. So let's just use this so that you can demonstrate that and see it on the camera. Now here's the bad news. There's no place to shoot in Hawaii, rapid fire. So through the magic of television, let's go to Montana. Well, here we are, folks, in Montana. Still a little snow on the ground here. Fall 2013. Montana. The sun over there. But here's our target.
Okay, guys, that's not pretty good. Very good references. Let's see if they get something.
Let's go take a look at the target and see how we did here. Oh, not bad for an amateur. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All there. Let's analyze this target. First, let's forget about the flyers up and down. That was shooter error you could see when the rhythm of the gun stuttered. But the rest are all within an inch or two, which means a tight group, and the dot is returned to 0. You might say, yeah, but it's to the right of the bullseye, so you have to clock more. But no, not correct. If the group had spread out and scattered apart to the right, then I would need more clocking. But it's all good now, so all I have to do is either adjust my sights or sight picture, and I'm good to go.